Hi, my name is Patty Hathaway. I'm the Director of Learning for Abundance Economic Network, and I'm going to do a small series of just mini webinars by sharing my screen and showing you how to actually do the expense activation order. We do have a tutorial, which I think is, I wrote that as well, and I think that's super helpful, and that's available online if you want to see screen sharing, and it looks like this. So that's also what I'm going to be using in this recording, is that I'm just following my own directions from there. So let me share my screen to show you how to start out. So what I start out with is there's a budget monthly planner. And what I'm trying to capture here and make it easier for you, I didn't always use a budget, which is really stupid as I think about it, but now I have to. I really have to watch my dollars. So what I have done is I'm going to use my credit union to come up with these numbers and then total them out. So let me switch sharing from there. But what I'm doing is capturing all these numbers because my goal is to have a total for my mortgage, total for my utilities, my groceries, auto, health, etc. So let me stop sharing here and let me show you where I found that. And that's on my credit union account. So I'm going to go to my credit union account. And what I did is I went from accounts, then I went to transactions, and I wrote the month of August in because I only need 1 month to figure out what my budget's going to be. And so then I just scroll down here and I just add everything up. So I look for very specific things. Amazon, I typically, sometimes it's food, sometimes it's not, but I kind of average that in. Sometimes I can tell what it is. Myers is definitely, and you can see even the little logos, which make this super helpful. I've got Myers, obviously that is groceries. My husband works at Lowe's, so that's his money. I like it that Costco gas separates out from regular Costco. Aldi's is another grocery store I go to. Harbor Freight's tools for my husband, which he loves tools. Myers, I'm looking for that. Alvacaro, we actually went out to lunch at one point. That goes under vacation and travel, by the way. Bob Evans would go under travel and so forth. Again, Costco, gas, and you can just quickly go down and see GFS, Shell, Dollar General is usually food, Taco Bell's going out. So this is what I use. I'm going to stop sharing that to go back to my budget, which is what I'm using. What's important about this for me is we had added expenses higher than normal because I had to have some front brakes and a rotor replaced, and I had to my tire rims smoothed out because I was losing air pressure. So that's $377 extra dollars under auto expenses that I normally don't have. And I just put a Post-it note. That makes it super easy to do that. So that's what I'm using. Now the second thing is I transfer all of this information to my actual email. This is my email that I printed out from a couple days ago. This is specific to me. This will not be yours. Yours is very specific to you. But I print this out so I can print out, actually write out exactly what I'm looking for. So let me tell you how I did that for me. So here's what you need to know. These are very specific to me. And so I'm looking at this and I'm going to buy, I can load, the minimum activation is 5 expense blocks. So I'm going to do 5 of each of these because I want to max out this expense activation order. So I know 89 times 5 is 445. So I look at the bill that's 445. Well, my bills, if you remember my budget, are way higher than 445 in almost every case. So I'm going to have to divide these out. I choose mortgage. Going back to the page where I'm writing this up, I do 5 times EB1, and then I do the rent and mortgage code, which is RM48. That's 445. Then I use utilities. I do 5. That's the I want to max that out, times utilities, UT9. That's 435. I chose to go with my auto this month because I have a much higher than auto normally. So I put 325. Again, if you remember, I had over $400 there, but at least I'm getting closer. And then what I do, again, this is just me, so I know I have 1205 that I'm going to load plus the expense membership, which is 50. Again, all of this is explained all right here. I'm just doing it on the corner so I can write it out. And then I total that up to be 1255. So that's what I know my load is going to be. To make it easier for myself, what I do is I write next EAO. I compare my budget, right, to what I actually have left. So I already have given the 445 up, so I know I still have 834 on my next EAO. I still have $145 in utilities. I didn't do anything with groceries. I got 560. So I write these down. This makes it easier. I keep this sheet in my thing, but that way I spend less time next time. So that's basically what I do. And the next section that I'm going to do is talking about how do you actually load that on the forum. So I'll see you next time.